Let's talk about individualism. Individualism is freedom for every person, individual. As an individualist, I can own my intellect, my body, the product of my intellect and my body and my will. My soul is my own. I can trade the fruits of my labor and my intellect in capitalism. So if I have no capital other than my body, my mind, my produce, what I can produce, I will use that as capital to then gain something else, whether it be food or money, i.e., a more transferable capital that I can then build on and create something else. Most likely, I would start with food, clothing, and shelter. Those are important things. As an individualist, I can actually engage myself in collectivism by my own choice. I can collectively work with others for creating something much greater than I can create myself, whether it be a society, giving up some of my freedoms to work with other people for some socialism, or my local community, maybe giving of myself and my capital for bettering the community that I live in and helping the people around me. You get where I'm going with this, right? So socialism, collectivism, kind of a similar thing. Communism, similar thing. And when we do these things, the easiest way to do that would say, I am married, so my wife and I are a collective. I have a daughter. We are a family. We have a community and a collective sense. All of these are engaged in by my own free will. Now, when any of these things become authoritarian, that's where we get into trouble. That's where we get statism, corporatism, things of that nature, where I'm now compelled by others' wills and not my own free will. When we get into something like statism, where we no longer value ourselves, but the state or the whole or the collective more than our own individualism, ultimately what happens is that authoritarianism becomes totalitarianism. When you cannot use your own free will to make the best judgment for yourself, and you are then forcibly detained or fined or both, or if any words that you speak of dissent of the collective are shouted down and forcibly rebuked without any consideration for your individualism, that's fascism. Now, a lot of people seem to think, and even the internet now, which is not the information that I learned when I was a kid, fascism is now deemed only far right. But if you listen to the words I just said and you actually logically think through it, it can be far right or far left. Anything, any ism can become fascism when it becomes authoritarianism. These are the things that we need to worry about. This is why we need to maintain our individualism. In America, our statism is actually set up to protect our individualism. And something seems to be happening where that's being reversed. And as a rabid individualist, I have a problem with that. Think through these words. They might actually mean something to you.